Tonight on Tom's Were Schools Today, we'll take a look at how one duck got lucky with a new leg.
And as always, we have a look at some events from around the school district. Tom's Were Schools Today starts in 2 minutes.
And I don't want the world to see me, 'cause I don't think that they'd understand. When everything's made to be broken, I just want you to know who I am.
Hello, and welcome to Tom's Were Schools Today for Monday, January 8th. I'm Nicole Coco.
And I'm Olivia Torek. Later on tonight, we will check out your weather.
But up first tonight, we take a look at our elementary schools in our Elementary Happenings segment.
Starting off our elementary happenings, parents, please check your students' website for all important information.
Let's take a look at today's random fact of the day.
I'm Emily Lawson, and this is your random fact of the day. Did you know 12 newborns will be given to the wrong parents daily?
With all this harsh, some animals need a helping hand. Let's see how one man and his son helped an animal from certain death.
A hunter's heart. Michael Konopka risked his own life to save this deer trapped on the frozen Maud River in New Eagle, Washington County.
I said, if I fall through, pull me as tight as you can.
He inches onto the ice, grabs the deer. The ice begins to crack under his feet.
Oh, you hear cracking?
Then he shouts out a few choice words we're not airing.
Heat of the moment, it happens, right?
His 17-year-old son holding the ratchet straps with his father's weight and the helpless animal on the other end.
Definitely, I'm not gonna lie, I was scared. It's thick ice, but you fall through, the current takes you down, and you're looking up, just taking your last couple breaths for a deer.
It was stressful, but I just wanted to get my father and the deer out of there. I just wanted to keep them both safe.
Slowly making his way back to land, Michael finally is able to let the deer go free, but not before asking him to say hello to the camera.
Say hi.
A frightening beginning leads to a happy ending for the experienced ice fishers who happened to see the deer in passing, and a lesson from a hunter and his teenage son to all of us.
Don't judge a book by its cover. So, I mean, if you see some guy in camo and know that he hunts, don't think he's a bad person.
Some guy.
Tons of snow and freezing temperatures have one Connecticut community coming together for a lot of fun. Greg Lessard reports.
People go down the neighborhood and they honk and they stop by, they want to check it out.
And coming in at over 10 feet tall and 12 feet wide, this igloo is certainly turning heads in Old Lyme.
I think it's pretty awesome. I like to come over every year to see and check it out.
Behind it all is resident Chris LaQuire, who's built an igloo on his property for the last 5 years.
Just something to do during the winter time. We're kind of cooped up inside, and I'm a big kid myself, and I don't know, take advantage of the snow.
Thursday's storm dumped more than 10 inches to the area. He and his kids went to work soon after.
My dad uses a snowblower to go around in circles, and then it makes a huge pile of snow.
We got the kids inside digging it out and grabbing out the snow and restacking it on the outside, and kept on doing that over and over again.
The roomie inside is even complete with lights, benches, and a fireplace.
You wouldn't really think it would be there because you would think it would be melted.
Over the years, I've learned you got to build it taller, because over the course of the next couple of weeks, it will start to settle and get lower and lower.
A spot the whole neighborhood can enjoy.
It might be smoky and stuff, but it's really cool just to hang out, and it's pretty warm actually.
I want the kids to get away from the video games and away from, you know, the internet, and any chance we can get to keep them outside and to enjoy this beautiful weather. Try to take advantage of that is key.
With hopes for more snow to come.
I want to see it get bigger. Maybe it'll be a castle at the end of the season. We'll see.
In Old Lyme, Michael Howard, Fox 61 News.
It's time to take a trip around the world on our 60-second road trip. Can you guess where we are today?
An injured duck in Arkansas is able to walk again thanks to 3D printing technology. A Jaffine Gray reports from Mississippi County. The duck can also thank some 8th graders for helping him out.
This is Peg, the Indian runner duck.
We found Peg sitting on the bank.
They discovered running was something he was unable to do.
Evidently, a turtle had bitten his foot off.
So Peg lived up to his name with only 1 foot. His owner, Patsy, reaching out for a prosthetic leg made specially for ducks all the way from Canada to Tennessee until a group of Armorel East Lab students saved the day.
To have these students locally express interest with Ms. Bell, I was just elated, and it's been a wonderful learning experience.
For months, they 3D printed several models for Peg.
We thought it was just going to be like a straight, like a shaft with a hole in it connected to a foot.
30 models later.
The very first model, it was not very good, but that was what we were learning. And so from where it is now, it is a completely different process.
Now, Peg can walk.
See, that's much better. Oh, yeah. That's what it was.
And even run. How do you feel knowing that he's walking now?
Well, I feel like it's a miracle.
Something that brought tears to Patsy's eyes.
Well, not only is it heartwarming, but it's exciting. And I'm just so grateful that there are people that truly care. And they've gone out of their way to do everything they can to make it as comfortable for the duck.
It is now time for us to take a look at dictionary.com's word of the day. Today's word is mutius mutandis, meaning with the necessary changes having been made. And now for your sentence of the day. The changes proposed for the first contract apply to mutius mutandis for all other contracts. Now we are going to take a short break, but coming up we take a look at our intermediate happenings.
And we also take a look at your weather, so stick around, we'll be right back.
On the stormy sea of moving emotion, tossed about
Hi, do you have ID? Yep. Oh, okay, thanks. Hi, do you have ID?
No, I don't.
Oh, well, you can't be in the building without ID. I need to...
It's okay.
Excuse me. Yes, security, please. There's a young man in the building without ID, and he's running away from my post here at Ball Duty.
Welcome back. Starting off our intermediate happenings. At Intermediate East, attention 8th grade parents and guardians. The yearbook ad order deadline has been extended. Orders will now be accepted until February 16th.
Moving to Intermediate North, TREE Clubs is sponsoring its annual winter pet supply drive for the Jersey Shore Animal Center. You can help by donating dog or cat food, treats, toys, and supplies in the collection bins in the cafeteria. Items needed are posted on signs throughout school.
It is now time for our environmental tip of the day. Each day we'll bring a tip that will help save the environment. Let's take a look at today's tip.
Hi, this is Jarrett Weiss, and this is your environmental tip of the day. Double up. Configure your office printer or copy machine so it prints on both sides of the page.
Oh no, every day on this show we will be bringing a tip of the day. So stay tuned tomorrow as we give you another way to help save the environment.
A Nebraska man is speaking out about the spider bite that nearly killed him. Waverly Monroe reports.
This is the closet where he apparently came out of.
Kelly Leisure never thought something in his closet could send him to the hospital.
He got me through my hoodie.
A bite with a lethal dose.
Lo and behold, I was feeling sick when I got home.
A brown recluse spider kept Leisure in bed for 5 days. The bite nearly killing him.
If I would have been in that room for another 24 hours, I'd been gone.
Leisure was taken to the hospital and doctors rushed him into surgery.
Wait till you see it. You have to actually see it to believe it.
Leisure showed us the giant bandage on his back. We'd show you the wound, but it's truly horrific. The bite originally looked like this. Days after surgery, the open wound is at least 6 inches long. Leisure still has to have fluids pumped out of his back, and the dressing changed every other day.
They're more common in this area than some people think.
Carl Braun is an exterminator.
All spiders have venom. The particular venom in the brown recluse spider causes tissue necrosis,
meaning the venom kills body tissue.
This isn't arachnophobia or eight-legged freaks.
Spider expert Jonathan Larson says the spiders are not aggressive.
They're not looking for human blood or anything like that. They are just something that we accidentally interact with.
And the spiders by nature like to hide.
So as long as they can find food and they feel sheltered in that spot, they may wait out a whole winter or some period of time like that.
We might find them in our houses, in the back of closets, in boots or gloves or maybe an old sweater or a box.
Because of its uniform look, the spiders can be easily mistaken. Experts say a brown recluse spider size is anywhere from a dime to a quarter. But if it's bigger than a quarter, it's probably not a brown recluse.
If you see one, it is a good bet that there are probably a few others around.
And that's why you need to treat the brown recluse seriously. Don't be shy about seeking help right away. Kelly Leisure learned that the hard way.
It took me from a really healthy person. I've never been hardly sick a day in my life, but from here on out, I'm scared to do anything.
In Lincoln, Waverly Monroe, KETV Newswatch 7.
It is now time for another break. Coming up later in the show, we will take a look at your high school happenings.
Tom's River Schools today will be right back.
My bus, I see my friends kicking in the front seat, sitting in the back seat. Gotta make my mind up. Which seat can I take?
Debbie, only at 12. Seems to be the problem, Ossifer. Sir, have you been drinking tonight?
Well, the years start coming and they don't stop coming. Fed to the rules and I hit the ground running. Didn't make sense not to live for fun. Your brain gets smart, but your head gets dumb. So much to do, so much to see. So what's wrong with taking the back streets? You'll never know if you don't go. You'll never shine if you don't glow. Hey now, you're an all-star. Get your game on, go play. Hey now, you're a rock star. Get the show on, get paid.
At North, every Wednesday is Green Day. Remember to wear green to help get the word out about the need for recycling and energy conservation.
Attention students and staff, the school store is now open to serve you. We are stocked with all your Raider apparel needs, including Champion and Under Armour brands. The school store is open every day after school from 1:40 to 2 p.m. We also have Yoo-Hoo Snapple and water for $1, as well as many delicious snacks to get you energized for your after-school practices. Stop in soon, it's time to get Raiderized.
High Schoolies, did you know that 3 million students are absent each month because they feel unsafe at school? Make a difference in someone's life today by making a new friend, sitting with a new group at lunch, or joining a club or sport.
Need a little help with your college entrance essays? Having difficulty with that research paper? Or would you just like another set of eyes to proofread your assignments? The Writing Center provides tutors to help with all types of writing assignments. The Writing Center is now open every Tuesday and Thursday after school in W20. Ask your English teacher for further details.
Let's now take a look at what grinds our gears.
Hi, I'm Emily, and what really grinds my gears is when people drive slow.
It is now time for us to take a short break. After the break, we take a look at your 3-day forecast.
Tom's River Schools today. We'll be right back.
She's coming in 12:30 flight. The moonlit wings reflect the stars that guide me towards salvation. I stopped an old man.
I'm busy right now.
That's the way we get by, the way we get by. All that's the way we get by, the way we get by. That's the way we get by, the way we get by, the way. That's the way we get by. That's the way we get by. We found a new kind of dance in a magazine. Try it out, it's like nothing you ever seen. Your sweet talk like a cup, you know.
Teen nearly drowned at a swim meet Thursday, but a swimmer from his school saved him. Elise Ramey has the story. Oh my God.
Corunna varsity swimmer Xavier Stobbs had just finished a medley relay when, in the midst of cheers and the commotion of people getting in and out of the pool, he noticed people trying to get his attention.
I look over in the stands, and my best friend's dads were pointing down and screaming at me to look down. And I look down, I just see this kid completely limp.
Xavier jumped back in the water to get Owasso swimmer Cameron Sampson, who was unconscious and near the bottom.
My eyes were burning as I was doing this. I crawled to the bottom of the pool, lifted him up with one arm, pushed him to the surface, and raised him to the surface with one arm.
Another Corunna swimmer who is a certified lifeguard also helped Xavier. Then Cameron's coach, Mike Ute, and another man pulled him out of the water.
Cameron had the right people there at the time to take care of him. I'm a retired police officer, firefighter. The gentleman that helped me, retired firefighter and EMT. My wife was in the stand. She's a pediatric intensive care nurse. There was also another nurse on scene.
Mostly just grateful. It was a scary situation. My husband and I were up in the stands, but we didn't have full visual on them just because we were farther down in the stands and not right in front of them. I mean, they were quick on the response, quick getting them out.
Cameron's mom says it's his first season on the team, and that was his first meet. After consulting with medical professionals, she believes that he may have had issues with breathing. Cameron is home after being treated and released the same night in the hospital, but he's still recovering and planning to swim again.
I didn't care if it was a rifle or anything. I just saw someone needed help, and I instantly thought, I gotta save this guy.
You know, there's always this competition, no matter what sport it is, but you know, really our communities are 3 to 4 miles apart, and even though there's that rivalry, there's a friendship. And even though, you know, no matter what the outcome was of any event that we have, when people need help, good people step forward, and that's what life's all about.
Let's now take a look at our 3-day forecast. Coming tomorrow, it will be sunny with a high of 40 and a low of 19. For Wednesday, it will be partly cloudy with a high of 41 and a low of 33. And finally, for Thursday, it will be cloudy with a high of 49 and a low of 44.
Finally, in weather, Sydney endured its hottest temperature in nearly 80 years. On Sunday, Australian meteorologists said that the mercury rose from 47.3 degrees Celsius, or 117.14 Fahrenheit, in the city metropolitan area.
As the sun rose in Penrith, residents got set to swelter, and they did, more than the suburb ever has before. The mercury had pushed past 30 degrees by 9 a.m. By 11, it had soared past 40. It eventually peaked at 47.3 just before 3:30.
It's extremely hot. It's hot outside, but in the water it's really cool.
The Penrith milestone, the hottest temperature recorded citywide in 79 years. Some braved the searing heat to get in a spot of exercise, either in the pool or, for the very brave, on the pavement. Others chose an early dip before spending the day indoors, indulging. While Penrith was breaking its all-time record, the rest of Sydney also sweltered. Temperatures reached 46.3 in Richmond, 45.2 at Camden and Bankstown, 44.9 at Canterbury, 43.7 at the airport and 43.4 at Observatory Hill, the hottest city day in 5 years. The oppressive heat had authorities on high alert. Mission Australia volunteers spent the morning distributing water and sunscreen to Sydney's homeless.
It's dangerous at 42, 43 degrees in the sun. It's dangerous for people, particularly if they've got health issues.
What we see in extreme heat waves is a lot more people coming into emergency departments
calling ambulances, and also, unfortunately, mortality.
Vets were also kept busy ensuring animals were happy and safe, again warning pet owners not to leave dogs in cars.
The heat wave is expected to continue into tomorrow. The forecast temperature for the west, 40 degrees on Monday, 40 degrees on Tuesday as well. And we aren't expecting any reprieve until late Tuesday night.
In the meantime, there's plenty of places to cool off.
And wrapping up tonight's show, the annual Consumer Electronics Show has plenty of big TVs, new smartphones, and razor-thin laptops front and center. But traditional gadgets may not be the real show stealers. This week, Karen Saifa is live in the center of the action in Las Vegas this morning with a look of how the show is changing and what's on tap for next week ahead.
In a city of flashing lights and buzzing sounds, CES fits right in. The annual tech showcase on the Vegas Strip welcomes about 4,000 exhibitors across nearly 3 million square feet of exhibition space. Even though bigger and bigger screen sizes might make it feel that way, not all of that space is covered by TVs. With 4K resolution now becoming more mainstream and dropping in price, this year's push will be 8K.
Alexa, what time is it?
Amazon's digital assistant was ubiquitous at last year's show with a number of partner devices to make homes smarter.
Okay.
And prompting more activity in the smart speaker space. That competition means a company that doesn't typically have a big showing at CES will have a presence this year, wanting "Hey Google" to be the words on everyone's lips. Cars drive a lot of the show's buzz with new technology aimed at improving safety and in-car entertainment. This week, expect driverless cars and electric cars to be hot topics. And CES has been making more room for health and fitness tech. Expect wearables that go beyond wrists, smart clothing, smart shoes, and more.
Well, that wraps up tonight's show. For Tom's River Schools Today, I'm Olivia Torek.
And I'm Nicole Coco. Have a great night. Wait, there was no...
Sometimes I feel like I don't have a partner. Sometimes I feel